Oh! Ah!
What the fuck?
It's a face, dude.
Oh no.
Look at it.
No,
Looks like a freaking head.
no.
Okay, there's a fucking car down there. Oh, they're fucking yelling. They're fucking yelling.
Ah! Shit! Something just hit me. Something just hit me.
Creepy Travels is a paranormal exploration creator who often returns to disturbing outdoor locations, abandoned areas, graveyards, and places where he has previously captured unexplained activity. His videos feel raw and intense because he reacts in real time, usually alone, while trying to figure out whether he is dealing with people, spirits, or something worse. In this video, he returns to an old graveyard after previously seeing a strange gray figure there.
As soon as I got here, they started throwing stuff. I'm hearing people walk around.
Almost immediately, he says, the activity starts again with footsteps in the leaves, objects being thrown, and something even hitting him in the stomach.
Did y'all hear that?
The most unsettling part is that he keeps scanning the area and finds nobody there. As he moves deeper into the older section of the cemetery, the sounds become more aggressive. He shows old tombstones hidden in the woods while hearing footsteps circling him, objects hitting trees, and even a growl.
Oh shit. That was too close. That was too close. This is the old section of the graveyard. See the old stones? Right there sticking up out of the ground, there's 3 old stones right there. They're a mountain rock. There's nothing out here though. I'm hearing walking all the way around me.
He repeatedly says, the activity only seems to happen when he enters this forgotten part of the graveyard. The tension keeps building as he walks between the newer cemetery and the lost graveyard, noticing that the knocking and footsteps stop when he leaves, then start again when he returns.
This part, the newer part, it's not new, it's 1800s. I walked back in here, knocking stopped. Now I don't hear no more footsteps. But as soon as I get into this lost graveyard right here, you see the tombstones. When I walk back into this one, is where all the crazy shit starts happening. You hear it?
He becomes convinced that whatever is there is moving all around him, but staying invisible. The scariest moment comes when he is hit in the back by something large, then hit again in the arm by what he describes as a huge limb.
Ah! Shit! Something just hit me. Something just hit me. Oh shit! Something just hit me. Oh, fuck. Oh. Something just hit me right in the back. Oh.
He checks around the trees, but still sees no person hiding nearby. By the end, even after leaving the graveyard, he still hears footsteps following him toward the gravel road.
It's like they followed me out to the street. It's not a street, it's a gravel old road going to a boat ramp. Look, there is nobody. No white or gray white figure, no nothing.
He finally decides it is not worth risking an attachment or another attack, ending the video shaken and convinced something unseen was physically targeting him. CJ Faison is a paranormal and adventure creator known for intense overnight investigations, haunted locations, and remote camping videos with a mix of humor and real fear. In this video, he heads into New Jersey's Pine Barrens, a massive forest tied to the legend of the Jersey Devil and unsettling stories about strange people, missing bodies, and dangerous back roads. The night starts with an uneasy atmosphere as CJ describes the forest as isolated, with no phone reception and an eerie feeling that is hard to explain. Things get stranger when Chris says he already saw someone behind him near camp, only for the figure to vanish seconds later.
Did you see that guy? He kept yelling over there.
What?
He kept yelling. He's like, I don't think you still see him. He just around. There's that building down there. He was like peeking his head around. He was yelling, "Welcome back, welcome back."
What?
He said it like 10 times. I swear to God, you didn't hear him?
No. I was literally doing a merch plug.
What are you jerking off over there?
What's Dylan doing way over there? Oh, Dylan.
Like, can you see the building now?
Then, while they are joking around, Chris claims a man in the woods is repeatedly yelling, "Welcome back," even though none of them know him.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was down there probably like another 50 yards. He literally was peeking his head around the trees going, "Welcome back, welcome back." He literally said it 10 times. I was at that far side over there getting wood. I mean, it's gotta be the same guy. It's black hoodie.
Did you hear anything, Dylan?
No. All I can hear is the water running down there.
I mean, honestly, he's a little crazy or something, but it was just weird to like.
Are we sure we want to camp right here?
I mean, where else are we gonna go?
CJ later gets lost while driving alone, ending up on tight trails that badly scratch his truck.
All right, so I am currently lost right now, and I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like I went over like one road section. I took a left, or no, I took a right, or I went straight across. I went right, left, and then a right, which I thought would have brought me out to exactly where I came in at, because I was looking for this like monument, but I have no idea where it is. So
The isolation becomes more disturbing when he sees something fly over water and then encounters a car parked near a bridge, with people yelling nearby.
Oh fuck, there's a car down there. Okay, there's a fucking car down there. Oh, they're fucking yelling. They're fucking yelling. Okay, there's a car yelling down there.
After regrouping, the others report seeing flashlights and hearing screams around the memorial area. The investigation escalates at camp when their light suddenly dies. The REM pod responds to questions about the Jersey Devil, and CJ feels something grab or push his neck from behind.
Just theoretically, just stop for a second. What the hell was that noise?
It was just went to red as soon as I picked it up.
Are we turning over right now?
Oh. Okay. Oh! Ow, mother! Ow!
Bro, did you get like tossed? What the f was that? You almost knocked me over. Did you see it?
Oh, that.
Dude, I have no idea what it was. It doesn't like him though.
No.
Are you okay?
No, my whole neck. I literally thought somebody grabbed him from behind my neck and went like this.
You literally were getting pushed towards me, you were almost.
As I get closer to you, it goes off.
Look at it, but this is what I felt. Okay, so I'm standing like him. It felt like you were getting pushed like this, and you just kept going. It was some kind of force that was pushing you.
It was the weirdest thing ever. Literally, my neck was grabbed 100%. Not scratched, just grabbed, and it just I don't even know what just happened. I really don't.
Later in the night, CJ wakes everyone after hearing footsteps. something hitting his tent, humming, screams, and seeing a light standing in the woods.
There's a light. There's
Where?
a light. There's a light right back there. There's a light right back there. Leave your light off for a second. Leave your light off.
I say it. Look on the viewfinder there.
Can you see it?
Say straight ahead to the trees.
Just wait.
The scariest moment comes when they investigate deeper and find a balloon tied to a post that says, "Welcome back," matching what the strange man yelled earlier.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. What the fuck is that? There's something moving. I swear on my fucking life, there's something moving over here. Hello? What the fuck?
We are way too far away from help.
Bro, there's something over here moving.
Like, fuck this. Bro, let's just go back. Come on. I know you're so infatuated, but it's personal.
Dude, dead ass, there's something moving over here.
Okay, well, let's just leave it be and let's just go.
Okay, I'm not trying to, I'm not gonna, like, there's something hanging from a fucking tree. And I don't know what it is, but it is moving in the wind. I swear on my life. Come right over here. I'm not gonna overreact.
You remember the sunglasses?
When the balloon seems to disappear afterward, CJ finally decides the situation is too unsafe and wants to leave the tents behind until morning. This video from Man Dog Wild dives into a series of disturbing experiences deep in remote mountains where isolation, silence, and something unseen begin to blur the line between natural and unnatural. Early on, the tone is set with warnings about a place where people feel watched, followed, and sometimes never return. The creator frames this as a recap of multiple encounters, each one escalating in intensity the deeper they explore. The first major moment happens at night inside a tent. Heavy breathing and footsteps circle just outside, yet the dog remains strangely unresponsive. This pattern repeats, making it feel less like an animal and more like something aware. Things escalate when the dogs suddenly run from the woods at full speed. Moments later, something large is heard, moving deep in the brush.
So the dogs don't want to go in the woods. The cat's up in the tree, out of the way of the woods, and whatever is in those woods, moving around. Obviously, no one wants to deal with. So if the cat wanted to get down, now would be the ideal time. But the cat's not getting down. The cat is getting higher in the tree, and it looks like it's looking down at something right now.
Even a cat nearby refuses to come down from a tree, almost as if it sees something below. Later, a chilling moment unfolds when a voice, possibly saying help, comes from the forest.
so legit. I'm sure I heard someone say help or help me. I'm pretty sure it's coming from those woods. I don't see the eye shine. No eye shine. It's all quiet. Just probably.
The creator hesitates, referencing stories of people being lured into woods by voices, knowing how dangerous that could be. One of the most disturbing discoveries reveals a concentrated pile of skulls and bones, far too many to be natural.
You're gonna find bones. Another bone. Cool. More bones. Let's go. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. But then what I found abnormal was more bones and a skull. And another skull. And another skull. And another skull. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 skulls.
It feels intentional, like a feeding ground. Something returning to the same spot again and again. As the video continues, strange symbols, burned markings, and upside-down crosses appear, hinting at possible human involvement, or something darker tied to ritualistic behavior.
So this is where she leads us. I don't know what. That's super strange, huh? Like burnt into the rock. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of it.
In the final moments, things become psychological. A spirit box session produces eerie responses, while unseen movement continues nearby.
In the dark.
That was you. In the dark. You were the dark figure. Yes, I hear something. Yes, there. Eddie. Be alert, please. I'm walking around in there. We're right by this little trail. It's good.
The dogs behave unnaturally calm, which may be the most unsettling detail of all. Whatever is in those mountains, it doesn't just pass through. It watches. David's Universe is a paranormal adventure creator who visits haunted locations with friends, mixing ghost hunting equipment, local legends, and tense nighttime exploring. In this video, he brings a small group to Prospect Park in Redlands, California, a place he describes as one of the most haunted parks in the state. The investigation begins with the story of a young girl who was allegedly kidnapped, killed, and buried beneath the theater stage.
Alright guys, but we're here at Prospect Park. This place has a lot of history. Specifically, the most famous story here is the theater story. The story is that there was a girl walking down literally this road Now, she used to walk home from school every single day down this road. Unfortunately, one day when she was walking home alone, there was a man that kidnapped her. He killed her here on these grounds. And the rumor is that he buried her body underneath the theater stage, which we're going to right now.
As they walk the same road connected to the legend, the group already feels watched and has to move through the darkness to avoid security cameras and patrols.
Okay. Alright guys, this is the entrance to the theater. This is the theater. This is where like the girl like died.
What is the bamboo tree?
Yeah, these are the bamboo trees.
Once they reach the theater, strange things start happening quickly. A motion light seems to turn on and off by itself, and they set up a REM pod and motion ball near the stage to see if anything will interact.
We brought a REM pod. If you guys do not know what this is, this detects any type of energy, like so any like spiritual energy. Whenever it comes by near it, I'm gonna turn it on for an example. So turn it on, and whenever something comes near this antenna, it starts going off, something like this. And the closer you get, the stronger the signal gets.
The group notices the park's cameras and lights, triggering without anyone moving nearby, making it feel like something is already circling the theater.
And they're being set off by themselves. Like, we're not even moving, we're staying in one spot on the theater, and the cameras, the ring cameras keep setting off, and they only set off by motion. So that is super crazy. That means like there's something here. So we're gonna set up a REM pod like over here near this camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look, there's something there. Hello?
If you are present, make the people go off.
The session becomes more intense when the spirit app begins responding.
You could communicate with us. We'll be able to understand you completely. Years ago, I came here and I spoke to a little girl. Are you still here? So this one, like, it shows the words and it says the words too. But only if like something's here. Like right now, it's not going off because like there's no one here. Maybe they're scared. Are you scared of the cameras?
I'm upset.
Are you upset that we're here? Are you upset that we're filming?
It says words like upset, coughing, torture, photo, and Sebastian.
So like you could see like
Photo.
The camera?
The camera. Do you not want your photo taken?
So is it bothering you that we're here filming?
While the group feels as if someone is sitting in the audience watching them perform.
Set up the REM pod on. Oh my god, I thought I just saw someone peeking at me, bro. I swear to god, on the right hand side, like it was something peeking and I seen it, and by the time I look over here there was something else peeking behind like this structure.
Sebastian, were you peeking at us right now?
Guys, there's something there. I swear to I want to put the REM pod like somewhere in the middle.
Wrong.
Oh my god, wrong. Wrong what? We're wrong?
What was that?
You heard that? Hello? Bro, what was that? You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that shit.
Guys, there was like some noise right there. And we heard the noise and then the motion sensor came off.
Then, they hear movement above and see what looks like something peeking from the structure, followed by chilling responses like Anna, ahead, and he killed.
Look, they have a catwalk. Are you up there? Anna. Oh my god, maybe that was the little girl's like name, Anna.
The most emotional part comes when the spirit seems playful but confused, saying it likes the toys and asking where it is. But the mood turns darker near the end, when they hear what sounds like a girl. Receive the warning, she will harm you.
Is that a girl? Did you guys hear a girl? Was that a girl? Bro, this is crazy.
I'm taking my time.
She's taking her time.
From when you were followed?
So we're gonna go
Run
do
now.
that. Run now.
No, mama.
It says run now. Like, guys, look at this.
That's just it.
It says run now. Hold on, let me pack. Run now.
Receive the warning, she will harm you. And then run now. By the time the REM pod reacts, the group decides to leave before the situation escalates further. What's Up with James is known for exploring abandoned places and spending nights in remote locations. But this time, the danger wasn't paranormal. In this short, raw video, he recounts a real-life incident that happened while sleeping in his truck near an abandoned building. What starts as a typical overnight stay quickly turns into something far more serious. While half asleep, he hears a vehicle pull up nearby. At first, he doesn't think much of it until seconds later, gunshots erupt. Multiple rounds are fired directly into his truck while he's still inside.
Still like half asleep, right? I think I even have toothpaste in my mustache still, like, you know, because that's like 2 feet away from my head. But so I was like half asleep. They pulled up. I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? And then started shooting. I was like, oh my god, it was just crazy. It's a weird situation. So
his immediate reaction is instinctive. He ducks down to avoid being hit as bullets shatter glass just feet from his head.
And man, it was crazy. They just started shooting in my truck, and I'm in it. So I ducked down. I was like, oh my god. Like, I ducked down. I was like, okay, well, you know, they're shooting at the glass, whatever. And then I heard them take off, and I just got out and you know, basically got in the front, checked it out, got in the front, and drove off, because I'm not going to stay there tonight, obviously, not after that, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm going to go down the road or what. I'm pretty far from home. I don't want to have to drive all the way home tonight.
After the shooters leave, he checks the damage and realizes how close it was. The truck was hit around 8 times, with shattered windows and visible impact points. He suspects a small caliber weapon, but emphasizes that it doesn't make it any less dangerous.
Pretty wild. You know, you're sitting in your truck and it's being shot at, like, regardless of whether it's a small caliber or not. That was a pretty scary experience. So you hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And it's falling apart. I decided to go home. I had to stop and put gas, but I decided to go home after this because I got to get this fixed because this is my daily driver.
Shaken, he decides not to stay and instead drives away immediately, later stopping for gas while explaining what happened. The realization hits him that this experience was far more terrifying than anything paranormal he's encountered. The video ends with him heading home to repair his vehicle and reflecting on the situation as a lesson in safety. It's a rare moment in this niche, where the real world proves to be more dangerous than any ghost story. Near Shadows is a paranormal exploration channel known for dark forest investigations, strange coordinates, spirit apps, and encounters that blur the line between staged clues and genuine fear. In this video, Jeremy returns to the Conjuring forest with Zach after Zach receives a mysterious pin drop from an unknown number. The night begins, with both of them following the coordinates into a new area of the woods. Almost immediately, the forest feels active.
What? What was that? It's right up in there.
What was that?
Oh, I'm hoping it's coyotes.
That didn't sound like a coyote.
No, it didn't.
What the heck was that?
Well, put my mind at ease, it was a coyote.
They hear strange animal-like screams, spot eye shine, and the spirit app says things like, "We're hiding."
What exactly that was?
I don't know.
Something came.
We're hiding.
We're hiding.
I don't like this.
We're hiding.
I feel like this is too closed in.
While something appears to move just off the trail. Things become more personal when Zach feels something grab his sleeve.
What
Definitely.
the fuck?
What is it? What happened?
Something grabbed me.
Something grabbed you just now?
Yeah, something grabbed me.
And shortly after, Jeremy says his neck is burning.
Ah! What the hell?
Something just moved.
No, I heard that too, but my fucking neck hurts really bad, dude. Something just touched my neck. Dude, is there something on my neck? Like right in here somewhere?
Yeah, leaves. Oh, dude, it's red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Zach checks and finds red marks on his skin, making it feel like whatever is out there can physically affect them. As they continue deeper, they hear footsteps pacing them, see shapes moving between trees, and reach strange trails, bridges, rocks, and possible old grave markers.
God. Dude, like...
You hear the footsteps, right?
Yeah.
It's like running through the brush. Right on the outskirts of the woods, but nothing's there. What the fuck? I think water used to come through here.
Encouragement.
Encouragement.
7.
Oh,
7 what?
following us, though.
Something's definitely following us. It doesn't make any sense. We'll hear footsteps and then we'll hear like trees above us, like the tops of the trees moving.
It's so fucking thick through here, though.
Yeah, it's very thick. That's what she said.
I guess trigger warning.
What the hell is that?
The app keeps giving disturbing responses about graves, witchcraft, and being watched. The main discovery happens near the pin drop, when they find a bag containing what looks like hair and a human head.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I don't.
That's a bag with like hair in it. That looks like a black garbage bag with like a head of hair or something. What the fuck? Oh! Ah!
What the fuck?
It's a face, dude.
Oh no!
Look at it.
No,
Looks
no,
like a
no,
freaking
no,
head.
No.
Oh my god! You see the eye? There's an eyeball.
You made your point. You made your point.
Guys, that's a head. That's a head. I swear to God, that's a head.
At first, they fear it could be real, but after checking, they realize it is likely a mannequin head.
I don't even know what this is. Is that real? I don't... That can't be real, dude.
I mean...
I don't think it is.
The hair doesn't...
Guys, what is that?
Look right.
Still horrifying because someone clearly staged it for them. The scariest part comes after Jeremy decides to take the head. The spirit app suddenly goes ballistic, saying words like attached, killer, ritual, and standing beside you.
She will harm you.
I think means that's just
You are scared.
Let's go. Guys, look at
I was
this.
treated bad.
This thing is fucking creepy. Zach's booking it.
Deserve.
This thing is going off like crazy, man.
Curse. Deception.
Wait a minute.
Follow is right.
Where the hell are we, actually?
I don't know.
Please trust us.
As they rush back, footsteps, eye shine, and endless spirit responses follow them all the way to the parking lot, making it feel like taking the head may have brought something with them. This video from Rambling On starts off like any normal solo camping trip, but slowly turns into a tense situation that feels more dangerous than expected. At the beginning, he hikes into a remote forest and sets up camp beside a small water source. It seems like a smart, convenient spot, but there's one detail that stands out. He casually mentions it's on a floodplain. At the time, it doesn't feel important, but it quietly sets up everything that comes later.
There's quite a few midges knocking around when I got here. So they're both citronella candles. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll keep the midges at bay. Now there is a little breeze there now. I have a water source here, which is very handy. Saved me carrying any water on the way in. It's not very easy to get into, but it's a pretty good little spot. It is on a bit of a floodplain, so I wouldn't come down here when it's raining really heavy.
As night falls, he does something unusual. He decides to watch Annabelle alone in the middle of the woods. With only one earphone in, he keeps one ear open to the forest around him.
Among the trees. So the movie I've chosen is Annabelle. I've never watched it, so I think I'm gonna try and watch that. I have a Bluetooth earphone in my ear. I don't have one on this side because, you know yourself, I want to be aware of my surroundings. So yeah, let's see what we can do here.
The experience quickly becomes uncomfortable. The movie builds tension, but so does the environment. Flickering firelight, sudden silence between buffering, and the constant awareness that he's completely alone.
Who would keep that doll? Seriously? There's no way I'd... Oh my god, I can't even look at it zooming in on the face. Oh lads, who would keep that? Who would give that as a gift? That's just not right.
Later, he tries again. This time, the horror hits harder. His reactions become more nervous, more alert. Every sound outside the tent feels amplified.
Oh, something's gonna happen here. Oh, you bugger. Ooh. Freaky kid. Is there anything worse than a freaky kid? How would you not think you were going mad? He thinks she's nuts. This woman has balls of steel. She's in the house on her own. Even if it is the middle of the day.
Even though nothing actually happens, the setting makes everything feel real. Like something could be just outside in the darkness. But the real turning point comes after midnight. Heavy rain begins pouring down. He wakes up multiple times, noticing the water getting louder, faster. The calm campsite starts to feel like a trap.
I shouldn't have said anything. It's just getting worse. I charged my lantern overnight. there is a serious amount of condensation in here. Could probably do with a bit more ventilation. Handy if I turned on the lantern. We have a good 2 hours before the sunrise, so plenty of time. Once we don't get washed away in the meantime, you know. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm not going to panic.
By early morning, it's clear the situation is changing fast. The river is rising, the ground is soaking, and water begins creeping closer to the tent.
I think I might have pushed my luck last night. It looks very close to flooding. Really, really close. It's even flooded on the other side, just a little bit. But yeah, I think I need to be getting my arse out of here now, sooner rather than later. Just as I was putting down the bag, I noticed that it's already starting to flood. You can see it streaming down here and it's going right behind my tent.
By the end, it's no longer about comfort or fear, it's about getting out. The area is already starting to flood, and he realizes he may have pushed his luck camping in that spot. What began as a quiet night in nature turns into a reminder of how quickly things can shift. Out there, it's not always what you hear in the dark. It's what you don't notice until it's too late. Strayed Explorer is a paranormal and abandoned location creator known for entering haunted woods, old ruins, and unsettling places alone at night. His videos often feel unpredictable because the fear comes from both possible paranormal activity and real people who may be hiding nearby. In this video, he returns to Cannock Chase after a terrifying investigation the week before. This time he plans to camp near a pool of water he spotted by drone. But the area feels wrong almost immediately. As he walks in, he hears movement behind him, talks about the legend of the black-eyed child, and admits he feels like something is about to happen.
Sounds like something moving right behind me. I was reading one of your comments just today about the black-eyed child, explaining that it can actually be seen in the day as well, and it... Hello?
After choosing a camp spot, the unease gets worse. He feels paranoid, keeps hearing things, and eventually has to move.
Shall we? Shall we set up in here somewhere? I can't shake this feeling. Like there's something here.
Then takes a disturbing turn when he hears what sounds like someone arguing deep in the woods.
I don't know what is going on. For about 5 minutes now. Let me just fix this. They'll start again in a minute. It went quiet before. It sounds like people arguing. And it's been going on for about 5 minutes, so I'm hoping it's not someone setting up to camp.
The strange part is that he can only hear one voice, possibly a woman or young boy, shouting for long periods, and then suddenly going silent.
Why can I only hear one voice?
I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I'll find out what's going on. Hope I don't lose my back.
He creeps closer to investigate and hears the voice repeatedly, saying something like, "Look at me."
I can hear a voice coming from that direction there. Look at me, she's saying. Where's the other voice? She just keeps saying, look at me. Right, let's get back to camp and just think this through.
Back at camp, the voice keeps returning from different directions, and he becomes increasingly nervous that whoever it is may be moving closer. While cooking in the dark, gunshots start echoing from multiple directions. Movement surrounds him, and his device gives chilling responses like, "He's coming. Run and forest not safe."
He's coming. Hope that's showing alright on that camera. She just said he's coming. Sky, he's coming. Who's coming?
At that point, he rushes to eat, packs up, and leaves in panic after hearing something sucking through its teeth nearby and someone striking a tree. The final scare comes at his car, where something appears to follow him back, possibly hitting the vehicle and leaving what looks like a handprint.
Can you see anything? I just saw a light in there then. Is that a handprint? She smacked the back window.
By the end, he is convinced this was not just a normal argument in the woods, but something deeply unsafe stalking the area. Jesse's Drone Adventures is run by Jesse, a desert explorer and drone creator known for uncovering scenic roads, hidden history, and remote places across Arizona and the Southwest. His videos usually feel adventurous and relaxed, but this one adds real tension as a simple drive turns into a risky off-road descent. In this video, Jesse takes on Schnebly Hill Road, a historic route leading down toward Sedona. At first, the drive seems peaceful with pine forest, smooth sections, and beautiful high country views. But he quickly hints that the road is going to get much rougher than expected. The first major stop comes at Foxborough Dam.
Look at how beautiful this is. This is almost like something out of a movie. I was gonna get my drone up in the air, but it looks like there's a bunch of ducks over there. I still might get it up in the air, but I might stick to this side of the road. I don't want to bother them. They look like they're having the time of their life over there, just sitting on the grass by the pond, enjoying this absolutely gorgeous day.
This was the perfect spring day to be up here. The temperature was in the mid-70s, mostly clear blue skies aside from a few feather-like clouds scattered across the sky. And then there was that thick, fresh pine scent just hanging in the air. And I mean thick, like Magnum P.I.'s mustache thick.
An abandoned 1920 structure built to create water for cattle. The old stone dam looks weathered and forgotten, with a large gap forming in the middle, giving the area a strange, abandoned feeling before the difficult road begins. The real danger starts when Jesse reaches the rough descent.
Just made it to one of a few stops that we'll be making on our way down Schnebly Hill Road. And I do believe this is called Schnebly Hill Overlook, or Schnebly Hill Vista, as the sign says over there. I love making these driving videos. They're absolutely fun. But one thing I've realized is you gotta break it up, stop every so often, take in the sights and take in that fresh air. Feels so amazing up here.
From above, the road looks manageable through the drone, but once he drives it, the trail becomes rocky, narrow, and technical. He has to carefully guide the Jeep over rough terrain, hearing clanks underneath and stopping to check if anything has broken.
Coming down a road like this on the side of a hill, you tend to start asking yourself questions, such as, how old is this road? Who had the bright idea to build it? And most importantly, why? I can only assume that to go through all the trouble of constructing a road like this, through the rugged and unpredictable terrain, someone must have had a really good reason for doing so, and it probably served a greater purpose other than catering to Jeep tours and off-road vehicles. But before I fill you in on the details, I need to make a quick pit stop and make sure everything with the Jeep is looking good.
As he continues down, the risk becomes more serious. The road forces him close to exposed edges, and he explains that one wrong move around a rock could send the vehicle hundreds of feet down into the canyon. Later, Jesse makes another risky decision by hiking up a windy red rock outcropping.
I can never pass up a hike in Sedona, and I've been told this trail only gets busier as the warmer months approach. Since I was the only one out here, I wanted to make the most of it. And it's extremely hard to pass up views like this.
The climb becomes slick and nerve-wracking, especially when he reaches a narrow ledge where a fall could be serious.
This is gonna be a little slick, but this side isn't so steep compared to the other side. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to the top. Definitely not on this side. One thing I always judge a hike on, or something to climb like this, is if I fall, how far will I fall? And if I fall over there, I'm going all the way down. I wouldn't mind hiking to the top right here, but we'll see.
Even though he makes it to the top safely, the wind and height make the moment feel genuinely dangerous. By the end, the road calms down, but the journey leaves a strong impression. What began as an easy scenic drive becomes a tense reminder that historic desert roads can still be beautiful, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Under the Weather is a wild camping creator known for solo overnight camps in unusual, uncomfortable, and sometimes risky locations. His videos usually have a relaxed and funny tone, but this one becomes tense fast because the danger feels very real. In this video, he heads into the grounds of Lennox Castle, an abandoned 18th century asylum site, planning to camp in the creepy woods nearby. Early on, he explores the empty outbuildings and old paths, with the place already looking like something from a horror film.
Huh. There's some graffiti. Yep, you could do worse than an emergency than staying here. Yeah. Back door to nowhere. Very nice. Right, keep on looking. Oh wow. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's pretty decent. Nice.
Right, keep on going. We're going to find the actual castle.
When he reaches the castle, the atmosphere gets darker, with broken entrances, graffiti, pitch-black rooms, dripping water, and unstable-looking stonework.
All right, now we're talking. See if we can give you a view of that. Dun dun dun. Yeah, this would have been the front steps. Big metal door. Let's have a look. Oh, this might be the morgue. God. No, it's not. Jeez, I thought it was coffins, but it's not coffins. This could have been maybe just a little locker room or a storage room. This does not seem very safe with all those rocks. And something dripping. Yeah.
He eventually finds a possible hidden camp spot near the ruins, but he is already worried about people showing up during the night. That fear becomes real not long after when he hears people nearby and decides to wait until dark before setting up properly.
Corner for a minute. I think they're just there for a little exploration. We'll see. Hopefully they're not up to any up to no good, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to hang out here. I mean, it's going to be dark in the next hour anyway, so I don't think many more people will turn up. So we'll see. Let's just wait it out for a bit and see where they go.
The situation fully changes once his tent is up. Just as he is about to cook and settle in, several men arrive at the castle with beer, music, and torches. More people then show up, turning the abandoned asylum grounds into a party spot.
Basically, I was going to stop the video here because as I was ready to set up my camera, ready to get the fire going, three guys just walked past right into the castle. Hear beer bottles clinking, then tunes going straight away, techno. God knows how they didn't see me. So all I could do was grab my stuff in the tent, and I packed my bag. Basically took my bag down to the little building that you saw, then came back and dragged my tent down. And at this point, 3 or 4 other people had turned up, walking up the road. From there, I dragged my tent down a bit, and then there was more people coming up. Once they passed, I dragged my tent down the road until I found a little hill, and dragged up the side of this hill and put my tent behind a tree, and basically hunkered down there all night. And so I'll just let you see the rest of it.
Instead of risking being seen, he quickly packs up and drags his entire tent away in the dark. The most stressful part comes as he hides on a ridge with his lights off, unsure who the people are or whether they will stay all night. He admits he may have to cut the video short and simply hunker down, keeping quiet while chaos continues outside. By morning, he reveals he spent the whole night hidden behind a tree on a hill, with people walking up and down the closed road until around 1 a.m.
Let's just see. Yeah, it can be seen, but yeah, it's not too bad. So I'll just turn you around. There's the road. Now bear in mind this road's closed, it's not cars, it's just people, so there's the tent up there. These people are walking past up and down here. Oh, no, well, not all night. I stopped about 1 o'clock, but I can't believe I got up that hill. Yeah, I pulled my tent up this hill with my bag and everything. Wow, and I just missed the people walking back and forth. Jesus. Right, let's see if we can get down the hill without slipping a bit in my neck. Really fun.
What was meant to be a spooky asylum camp turns into a real stealth survival situation, where avoiding other people becomes the scariest part of the night. Wandering Simon is an outdoor adventure creator known for remote hikes, bothy stays, and honest, humorous solo camping videos. His trips often feel relaxed, but this one has a darker edge, because he is returning to Ben Alder Bothy, said to be one of the most haunted and remote Bothys in Scotland. At the start, Simon explains that the Bothy is around 9 miles from the nearest road and has a haunted reputation. He visited before, but had to share the place with others. So this time, he hopes to experience it alone.
I went here last year. It's Ben Alder Bothy, next to Loch Hendricht. It's apparently the most haunted and most remote Bothy in the whole of Scotland, if not in the whole of the UK.
The hike in is long, cold, and boggy, with slippery rocks and freezing hands, making the journey feel more exhausting the closer he gets. When he finally reaches the Bothy, he confirms nobody is inside and gives a tour of the empty rooms.
Last time I was here, there was a lot of logs here and different things. Unfortunately, not anymore. And then you've got the room where I stayed last time, which is this. Let's go. This is the room.
The place feels isolated, old, and atmospheric, especially with the wind outside and no one else for miles. He settles into the main room, chops wood, lights a fire, and cooks Agaitic Polish dumplings, turning the creepy location into a surprisingly cozy night. But the real disturbance happens after he stops filming. In the morning, Simon explains that just as he was falling asleep, someone suddenly opened the door to his room and casually asked if he was sleeping.
As I mentioned, something happened during the night as I was staying in the Bothy. It wasn't ghosts, I'll say that outright. I headed for the night into my sleeping bag around 9 p.m. I was still watching something, and that's what I usually do, try to fall asleep as something's just playing in the background. And at 9:30, I was already pretty much asleep. I hear some noises and I hear door opening, and I realize someone's coming in, and a guy nonchalantly opens my door and says, "Hey, you sleeping?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just identifying as a sardine." That's what I would have liked to have said. Unfortunately, I only managed to say, "Yep," and that was the end of our conversation.
The interruption ruins the calm and makes the remote Bothy feel far less private. Things get worse later when, in the middle of the night, he hears the door open again, followed by the sound of someone violently being sick on the floor in the hallway. The couple then spends time cleaning, opening and closing doors while he tries to rest. By morning, Simon leaves quickly, not because of ghosts, but because the real people who arrived in the dark made the haunted Bothy feel awkward, uncomfortable, and impossible to enjoy. Search for Supernatural is a paranormal investigation channel focused on haunted properties, strange energy, spirit communication, and unexplained activity caught during overnight investigations. In this video, the team investigates CJ Faison's Pocomoke Ranch, a remote wooded property surrounded by stories of portals, ley lines, shadows, whistles, and unexplained movement. Before the investigation even begins, they explain that several strange things happened off camera, including phantom figures running through the woods, knocks inside the house, lights appearing in empty rooms, and a deafening silence so intense it made their ears ring. This sets the tone immediately.
This was by far one of the strangest places that we've probably ever been to. Now I know there's talks of, it being haunted or it not being haunted, or, it's just some random house out in nowhere. This place did not let us down. From the minute we got there and stepped out of the truck, now granted, we're miles into the woods. The deafening silence that took over was so intense that we had to talk to each other to stop our ears from ringing. Now the energy of this place when we started our investigation had us so scatterbrained
that it was hard to complete the investigation itself. I mean, from forgetting equipment in rooms to forgetting equipment in the truck, for charging equipment, just nothing was getting accomplished. I mean, we were like two school kids chasing each other around a playground.
The place feels wrong from the moment they arrive. As they speak with Chris near the property, the history becomes even darker.
This property, we're gonna know here relatively soon, but was more than likely owned by one of the most famous people in Delaware that did a
serial killer,
horrendous
the Patty Cannon thing. I don't know much about it. You know more.
Yeah.
Delaware's only serial killer, right?
Yeah, Patty Cannon.
So all that dirt in that basement might have bodies in there. Is that what you're saying?
There's a potential, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna take ground penetrating radar up in there, and we were told not to disturb any of the dirt yet and all that. So we're like, all right.
They discuss possible connections to Patty Cannon, bodies possibly hidden beneath dirt in the basement, and a terrifying story about a blood-curdling scream heard near Burnt Bridge. Soon after, they hear crying whistles and movement from the same direction where ley lines are believed to run. The tension builds inside and around the house when they spot strange lights, hear movement everywhere, and notice sudden cold spots that seem to follow the activity. It feels as if something is circling them through the woods, always nearby but never visible.
I'm so hungry. My stomach is all growling and I feel like it's ruining the video.
So we keep hearing, movement everywhere. No matter where we go, into the barn, to the driveway, it just sounds like there's people just shuffling all over the place.
And it doesn't sound like, it sounds like 2 feet walking. It's not no animals. You would hear the animals. It's nothing like that. It's kind of crazy. We just saw somebody down in front of us and it's getting creepy.
Yeah, it's getting a little fucking weird out here. The fact that we keep hearing shit, but we can't see anybody where they're running off to, where they're going. Unless these dudes know these trail systems like the back of their hand, I don't think anybody's cutting through these thick-ass woods. They're fucking... How the fuck are you gonna run without a light? Unless you got some night vision goggles on.
The most frightening part comes during the walk to Burnt Bridge. The bridge is tied to the story of a woman and child dying there, and once they arrive, they hear what sounds like crying or whimpering near the water.
Whoa. Now granted, we are in the woods right now, in the middle of nowhere, so I know there's going to be creaks and rustling sounds, but
You hear that? That sounded like a crying.
As they leave, they hear footsteps, voices, whistles, and what sounds like someone following them in the fog.
You got a fucking flashlight. Bro! What? There was a lady's voice.
Nah, bro. I hear that. Dude, can we come on?
Seeming to connect back to the water and death nearby.
Oh, nah, bro, no.
By the end, the team feels overwhelmed, confused, and surrounded by something they cannot explain. Ray Gloom's real-life encounters follows a seemingly normal hike that quickly turns into something far more unsettling. The video begins casually, with two hikers enjoying a steep trail and joking about the terrain. But the mood shifts almost instantly when one of them hears something strange. a high-pitched scream echoing through the woods.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it's like a twig snapping. A little louder than that. Okay, I'm gonna bring the selfie stick back down.
That was like a scream, though. Like a eerie scream.
Well, I heard the wind. I think it was just the wind.
This one's no wind.
I heard a twig snap over there.
At first, it's dismissed as wind or imagination, but the unease is already there. As they continue, the environment itself begins to feel wrong. A nearby squirrel starts acting aggressively, making loud warning sounds.
He's doing that warning thing. You know that squirrels do that warning thing?
Yeah.
He's doing it right now.
Not at them, but seemingly at something else.
Okay, well, where did you hear it? This way?
Yeah, I heard it that way. Like, we're walking towards it. Like, it was a girl, like, screaming.
Instead of calming down as they move away, it becomes more frantic, almost like it's trying to warn them.
Oh, of course, your ears are better than mine. Oh, it's doing that warning thing again. But we're walking away from it. Dude, he's mad.
He's mad. He's growling.
Is he mad at us or is he mad at something else?
I don't know.
We were getting further away from him, not closer. Dude, it's like he's warning us, not against us. Well, okay.
Mates, then things escalate. They come across a fallen tree that doesn't seem familiar, making the trail feel suddenly different and disorienting. Moments later, the scream returns. This time louder, clearer, and impossible to ignore.
I'm really confused.
Oh, stop. But listen.
Sounded like the girl's scream.
Okay, I heard it that time. Dude, let's just get out of here. That actually
Do this.
Wait, do you think someone's in trouble though?
I don't know. This isn't the path we took coming up. Where are we?
Panic starts creeping in when one of them spots movement in the trees, followed by a sudden drop in temperature.
Oh, something just moved over there.
I saw it.
Something just moved.
Holy cow. I'm actually very terrified right now.
The situation turns serious as they consider that someone or something might actually be nearby. The most disturbing moment comes when they investigate a strange area off the trail.
Sounded like another squirrel doing the warning stuff thing.
It came from me. Is this all happening?
Oh, that is creepy. Dude, there's something here.
What?
But there's nothing like an animal or anything here. Look if someone left. See?
There they find a black skull and rose chain leading under a log, as if connected to something hidden. The atmosphere becomes freezing cold, and the tension spikes instantly. Then everything falls apart. A scream erupts right behind them.
Yeah, let's just go.
I'm freezing right now.
This is actually really creepy. Wait, can you hear that? Okay, let's just go.
Dude, she just screamed right behind me, bro.
And in the chaos, one of their group, Camelot Tim, suddenly disappears, wherein what follows is pure confusion and fear.
Dude, Hamilton, come on. What? Okay, where are you, Hamilton? Oh, where's Hamilton? I don't get it. Where'd he go? Hamilton was there and he was just gone. There's the camping place, and there's the bridge.
As they search for him near the river, unable to explain how he vanished so quickly.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? Shoot. Where did he get down? Dude? Okay, what the heck just happened?
This one hits hard because it starts normal and then reality slowly breaks down. Jesse's Drone Adventures is run by Jesse, a creator known for exploring remote desert landscapes and uncovering unusual, often forgotten locations using both hiking and drone footage. His content focuses on real-world discoveries, but the isolation of these places often gives them an eerie, almost abandoned feel. In this video, Jesse sets out into southern Utah after finding a mysterious image online. Early on, he discovers a shocking sight.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Probably a couple dozen old cars embedded into that wall there.
Dozens of old cars embedded into a canyon wall, tightly packed together in a way that looks unnatural and unsettling at first glance. As he moves closer, he points out crushed metal, intact headlights, and car parts frozen in place, making it feel like a graveyard of vehicles lost in time. He later explains that this was actually used for erosion control, but the visuals still feel bizarre and out of place.
I was noticing on some of these cars here, you can see they use some sort of wire to prevent the door from opening to hold all that rock in there. Yeah, if you didn't use cars like this to kind of help support the road, it wouldn't be here that long, especially after a good downpour.
The tone suddenly shifts when Jesse encounters the aftermath of a serious bike crash. A man is already calling emergency services while another person lies injured on the ground, adding a real sense of danger and unpredictability to the trip. Later, Jesse finds an even more extreme version of the same phenomenon, Car Canyon, where rusted vehicles are scattered and wedged into canyon walls.
Well, would you look at that? Cars sticking out of the canyon walls. I'll tell you guys a little bit about them, or as much as I do know about them, as we continue on with the adventure here. There's some more over here. Wow, look at all this. Hard to tell if all of this is cars. It's just sheet metal, steel. There has got to be a way to get down there, and mark my words, we will find a way down there, one way or another. If we can't climb down right here, it looks like we'll be able to get down over there. The census on the internet.
As he hikes down, the terrain becomes unstable and risky, with steep drops and loose ground. He pushes further, attempting to climb closer, but slipping and injuring his knee, highlighting how dangerous the environment really is.
I tried to put one foot there and then try to grapple on to this little crevice right there, but it wasn't working. Every time I would put my foot on there, I would just fall. Kind of banged up my knee a little bit. It's not too bad, but I'm not gonna keep trying. It is just way too slick. This looked pretty easy on Google, but sometimes you don't know until you get there.
Is it the most unsettling part, which just comes when he explains the origin? These cars may have been deliberately pushed into the canyon decades ago after people abandoned them, leaving behind a massive hidden dumping ground in the desert.
Now for the million-dollar question. How did all of these cars end up down here? Well, a blog post that I found online, which is identical to many other online articles, said the following. If you ask locals about this place, many of them will give you a similar story about how there was a mass exodus from the town of Page, Arizona, shortly after the construction of Glen Canyon Dam, which was completed back in 1966. After its completion, many of the residents were out of work, and they decided that it would be best to pick up everything and leave. Well, everything except for their cars. But I would imagine there was probably something wrong with all of these vehicles, or maybe they just didn't run, because why would you leave behind a good running car?
Even though the video ends peacefully, the idea of entire cars discarded into a remote canyon and left there for decades gives the whole exploration a strangely haunting feeling. Paranormal Discovery is run by a creator known for solo overnight investigations in isolated wilderness areas, often mixing camping, spirit communication, and possible cryptid activity. His videos usually feel raw and unfiltered, with a lot of focus on strange noises, unseen movement, and the growing tension of being alone deep in the woods. In this video, he returns to the Deadlands with his dog Kia, setting up a large hot tent in an area where he previously experienced disturbing activity. At first, the episode feels like a normal winter camp setup, but the atmosphere starts turning uneasy once he notices odd movement and possible visitors nearby.
Looks like someone's coming. Good girl, you stay. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Soon after, he hears strange sounds around camp and starts describing the area as having weird vibes.
That was weird. We need to get the wood. Boy. Hello? It's really strange out here.
The most unsettling stretch begins when he uses a spirit app inside the tent. The responses quickly become personal and threatening, with messages suggesting he is being followed and could be harmed if he stays.
We can throw something.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
The shadows know your name.
What the hell?
Believe us.
What the?
I'm happy.
You know my name. Can you say my name then? Can you say my name?
You're being followed.
That tension only gets worse when the app seems to reference things it should not know, making him believe something may have been with him since he arrived. Things escalate outside the tent when he hears movement, possible voices, and what sounds like hostile people in the area.
Okay, so there's someone ripping down. They just yelled F me. They literally just yelled fuck you. What the hell? I think someone like came and was like messing with me. Well, if they
he begins to suspect that the same truck seen earlier may belong to a group circling the campsite. Not long after, more noises, tree knocks, and tracks in the ground make the area feel even more dangerous, especially since he cannot tell whether he is dealing with people, animals, or something else entirely. The scariest moment of the entire video happens near the end, when he tries to leave the tent.
Whoa! What the? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Yo, something just barricaded me in here. Whoa. Yo, check this out.
And discovers that a heavy tree has been placed directly across the entrance, effectively barricading him inside while he slept. From there, panic fully takes over. He becomes convinced that someone or something is still nearby, then injures his ankle during the final confrontation outside.
Oh, come on! Oh, shit! Whoa! Fuck! Oh shit! Fuck! I just rolled my ankle. Oh, come on, son of a bitch! Something's out there. Hello? Show yourself! Oh, damn, my right ankle just rolled.
By the end, he abandons the investigation and leaves shaken, convinced the campsite is no longer safe. Outdoor girl Sophie is a creator known for calm, minimalist outdoor adventures, focusing on simple camping trips and realistic beginner experiences in nature. Her videos are usually peaceful, but this one adds a layer of uncertainty as she attempts something completely new, spending the night alone in a hammock. At the start, Sophie explains that despite it being spring, temperatures are still dropping below freezing at night, immediately setting up the challenge of staying warm.
And yeah, camp for the night. It is a little bit cold today, even though it's spring. It has been around negative temperatures during the night, so I just hope that I can stay warm in my sleeping bag.
As she heads deeper into the forest, she looks for a quiet, isolated spot away from other people, eventually choosing 2 trees to set up her hammock. The setup process shows her inexperience as she struggles to figure out the correct height and positioning. When she finally tests it, there is visible hesitation.
Let's see if it can hold my weight up. Oh my god. I think it's working.
But relief when it holds. Out after adding a tarp above, the setup begins to look more secure and cozy. Once darkness falls, the trip shifts into a more traditional camping routine.
It's completely dark now and it has gotten pretty cold, so I moved myself to underneath the tarp. I hope that it's a little bit less cold underneath here. And it is 7 in the evening and I'm getting pretty hungry, so time to cook up some dinner.
She cooks a warm meal and settles in. But the real challenge begins when she tries to sleep.
Okay, now it's time to try and get into this hammock. I am very much in doubt of how it will go. Oh. Okay, it's not falling down.
The hammock feels unstable, constantly moving, and she struggles with the lack of comfort and access to her gear. She even admits she does not understand why hammock camping is popular, fearing she might fall during the night. However, by morning, the experience takes a surprising turn. Despite the cold and rain during the night, Sophie reveals she actually slept well, changing her entire perspective.
I made it through the night in the hammock, and I actually did sleep pretty good. So I apologize for being so negative about the hammock yesterday. It has been cozy.
By the end, the trip feels like a success, showing that even simple, slightly uncomfortable experiences can turn into something rewarding, and that you do not need much to enjoy nature. Your Straight Explorer is run by a creator who focuses on haunted locations, abandoned sites, and paranormal investigations, often exploring dark woods, ruined structures, and places with violent local history. His videos usually combine on-the-spot reactions, spirit communication, and real fear. In this video, he returns with Lottie to a haunted forest and old mine system that viewers had strongly requested to see again. Early on, they explain the brutal history of the mines, including reports of children being whipped, women forced back to work.
So you are here. So we are heading tonight back into the haunted forest with the mines. What I did, you all asked for Lottie to come, so here she is.
I'm here.
This is the place where I got two crazy EVPs. One said, mind your head, or please watch your head. And the other one said, I killed them down here.
And the thing is, these mines do have horrendous history attached to them. Like, awful things happen down there.
And generations of suffering underground. That backstory already makes the place feel deeply disturbing before any paranormal activity even begins. As they move deeper into the woods, and the tone grows darker when they talk about getting lost there before, a strange, tarp-covered hole with a deer skull on top, and even a deer head nailed to a tree. Those details make the forest feel dangerous in a very human way, not just supernatural. Then, once they begin spirit communication, things escalate quickly.
We're here to talk with you.
Last time I was here, something ran at me. I want to speak with you again.
I'm here.
Amen, it said, didn't it?
Whose bag is this? This was yours?
The responses become unnerving, especially when they ask about going to the mine and seem to get told to stay, followed by what sounds like a whistle in the woods.
Are we going to be okay going to the mine tonight?
Welcome. Is it totally shut? Is it totally shut? What?
The investigation becomes even more unsettling near the mine, where the spirit device repeatedly references children, matching the tragic history they had just read about. Inside the mine, they try EVP work and hear strange scraping and movement-like sounds around them.
What was that noise?
It sounded almost like, you know, if you had a stick and you ran it down across the wall. That's what it sounded like to me, like someone had gone up.
Is there someone standing right there?
2 syllables.
Something for you.
As if something is shifting in the darkness. The scariest stretch comes later in the woods, when the device suggests children were put behind bars.
California. What happened when they walked out?
They were put behind bars.
They were put behind bars? What happened when they walked out? They were put behind bars?
That's mad.
Would they have been?
I've got a really creepy feeling.
Yeah, I know, I heard something there.
I'm so sorry, I can't concentrate. I feel like someone's watching from there.
And both explorers begin feeling watched. Soon after, they are suddenly swarmed by horseflies. Panic sets in, and they rush through the forest in red light while hearing footsteps and odd noises behind them. When they later find a bone wedged into a tree, the whole night feels less like a ghost hunt and more like something is actively driving them out.
Bone in it? A jawbone?
No, it isn't.
Oh no, it's not a jaw.
What is it? Andy, what is that in the tray? Andy, I'm freaked out. What is it? What is it?
Some sort of bone.
Why is it there?
I don't know.
Andy, what the hell? Don't touch it.
Why?
What if it's cursed? Why would someone put that there?
By the end, both are badly shaken, convinced they were being followed the entire way back. Under the Weather is a camping creator who mixes relaxed wild camping videos with a more rough, improvised style, often showing the reality of solo overnights in difficult weather. His content usually feels casual and funny, but this episode takes a sudden turn into something much more unsettling during the night. In this video, he heads out for his first winter camp, setting up beside a river in very wet conditions. Early on, the focus is on the usual camp routine, trying to get a fire going in soggy ground, unpacking a new winter sleeping bag, and settling into camp despite the bad weather. The mood stays light for a while, especially when he starts making coffee and accidentally spills milk everywhere, followed by a messy attempt at cooking chicken wings over the fire. Once he retreats into the tent for the night, the video starts to change. The sound of the nearby waterfall already makes the camp feel isolated.
Right, I think that's me ready to settle in. Trying out the new bag, which says pretty cozy. I think I'm actually going to be too hot.
Whereas the truly disturbing part begins in the middle of the night, when he suddenly wakes up and starts reacting to noises outside the tent.
Now the thing is, I'm kind of on an island here, so there's river on that side, river on that side. It's very hard to get down here if it's a human, that is. Hello?
He hears what sounds like a person nearby and becomes increasingly alarmed, even saying he has a knife with him. What makes the moment especially creepy is that he keeps reminding himself that nobody should realistically be able to reach him easily because of the water surrounding the campsite. Things escalate further when he hears more unexplained sounds outside, including what he describes as laughing and possible footsteps in the water. He starts panicking, jokes darkly about being stuck there for the night, and clearly goes from suspicious to genuinely scared. By morning, the danger seems gone. But the overnight stay has changed completely from a simple winter camp into a tense and vulnerable solo night, where he felt trapped with something moving just outside his tent. Midwest Ghost Hunter is run by Ian, a solo paranormal investigator known for exploring remote haunted locations with a calm, methodical style. His videos usually mix local legends, EVP sessions, and real-time reactions as he tries to document whatever might still linger in these places. This video covers 2 haunted Minnesota locations. At Spirit Lake, Ian investigates the legend of an indigenous maiden, said to have drowned there and still haunt the water.
Whoa. Whoa. What was that? Did you see that? That looked like something. It was hard to make out, but I don't know if I'm just going crazy.
Early on, he thinks he sees a strange mist-like figure above the lake, setting the tone for the whole investigation.
It looked like a mist or something, floating above the water. I don't know, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I mean, I could just be going crazy. Maybe I just saw something. But I'm gonna have to look back at that footage. I swear I saw something over there. It looked different from all the other lights. That looked way different. I tried to call out, but I seriously doubt she would hear me from all the way over here. Yeah, boy, it's getting dark fast. Holy moly. I could barely see anything out there now. Well, did I just see the maiden, or was it just something else? I don't know. I mean, the night has just begun, so I'm gonna try to make contact with her, see if we can communicate somehow.
Things escalate when he hears footsteps moving through the grass near the shore.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What the? I swear I just heard footsteps over here. Hello? Is there someone there?
Followed by a strange orb-like anomaly.
I just heard movement like footsteps walking through this tall grass. Maiden, is that you? I don't know if you can understand me, but could you show yourself? Whoa, did you see that? That looked like an orb. That was a weird orb right there.
Yet the scariest moment at the lake comes during an EVP session, when a faint female whisper seems to answer him.
Maiden, if you are here, could you please say something? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you hear that? That sounded like a lady. Like a female whisper. I couldn't make out what she said, but I'm gonna listen one more time. Could you please say something? Dude, okay, I got goosebumps. Oh my goodness, that was her. It's like she came out of the water or something to come and check me out and see what I'm doing.
Later, out on the dock, the activity becomes more physical, the K2 meter spikes repeatedly, another orb appears, and loud thumping sounds come from beneath the dock.
Whoa. Did you see that? That orb. An orb just flew by. The K2 meter. And it was spiking at the same time. I feel like she's appearing, like, around it. Thank you again. It looked like the same orb from before.
Then something even stranger happens when a dead fish suddenly lands on the dock, making the whole encounter feel hostile and unnatural.
Could you peek out and show yourself? Oh, dude, that gave me goosebumps. Whoa, what the? Holy shit. Holy shit. What was that? Dude, I don't know what the f that was, but that scared me. Oh.
The second half takes place at Ferguson Cemetery, where a ghost boy and phantom black dogs are said to haunt the grounds. Ian quickly captures a chilling EVP telling him, "Get out," at the boy's grave.
The boy's grave. Ferguson Cemetery. Little boy, if you are here, is it okay that I am visiting you? Alright, let's listen. See if we get anything. Little boy, if you are here, is it okay that I am visiting you? Oh! What the f? Oh, dude. That sounded scary. Fuck, where did I drop it? My voice recorder.
Soon after, the spirit box seems to warn that they will get you. Right before Ian hears canine-like sounds and feels something brush past his leg.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was really eerie. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the? Dude, I felt something brush past me. It felt like an animal. Like walking by. Like it just brushed past my leg. Was that one of the hounds? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. That was f***ing terrifying.
By the end, the ghost boy becomes even more aggressive, in seemingly pinching Ian's sides, laughing nearby, and finally appearing as a small white figure peeking from behind a gravestone.
I don't know if he's going to. Kinda doubt it. Oh! There it is! He's behind that grave! It was that one. Right there. Towards the back. That tall one. He's behind there right now. I just saw him peek out.
Together, both investigations build into one of Ian's most active and unsettling nights. Exploring with Angelo is a paranormal exploration channel focused on remote locations, wilderness investigations, and real-time encounters. Angelo often blends ghost hunting with dangerous outdoor environments, which makes his videos feel unpredictable and raw. This episode takes place in northern Ontario, starting at Old Woman Bay and moving deep into a remote river area tied to disturbing local stories. Early on, things already feel off when both explorers believe they see a person walking toward them, only for it to vanish completely.
Is that somebody else? Is that somebody else?
I thought I saw somebody else.
So did I. Or not? It's not moving.
You don't? I can't tell from here. No, I could have sworn that I literally thought I saw a person like walking in our direction.
So did I. Huh?
So it begins?
Well, that was cool.
With no footprints anywhere, the moment becomes hard to explain.
Okay, I definitely I don't see anybody now.
No.
That was strange.
As they push deeper into the snowy terrain, the atmosphere shifts. They begin hearing voices and faint whistling in the distance, despite being completely alone.
Maybe that's just traffic noise. No, but I thought I heard actual people.
Yeah, hang on.
Right?
I even thought I heard like a little faint whistle in the distance.
Soon after, Angelo spots what looks like a camera flash or light deep in the forest.
Oh, this is challenging.
Yeah.
I saw a flashlight now. I could have sworn I just saw like a flash.
Like camera flash?
More like a flashlight, kind of.
Oh.
Thing.
But there's no one there. The tension spikes when something in the woods growls at them.
The hell is that?
Something just growled at me.
From that point on, it feels like they're no longer alone. The sound seems to follow them through the trees, moving parallel instead of running away like a normal animal. Even more unsettling, they later believe they see eyes watching them from the darkness. Back at Old Woman Bay after dark, the experience becomes more eerie than physical. They hear what sounds like someone screaming across the water.
Hello? Now I heard from that direction. Ooh, it just got much colder. Hit me right in the face. Yeah, like somebody's screaming out here?
It's kind of what it sounded like.
Right?
Followed by moments where the fog appears to form into a human-like shape.
It's like a little bit foggy, and it almost looked like the cloud. Oh, there. Almost thought I saw it again.
I think I seen what you thought you seen.
Right?
Yeah.
Almost like the cloud, the fog, like collected into something. I don't know how else to describe it.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was just very eerie, though.
Later, Angelo claims to see a shadowy figure moving along the shoreline, reinforcing the legend of a spirit haunting the area.
Okay, I swear I just heard somebody call out again.
Really, I just seen like a shadow of a person go by there.
You did?
Yes. Like a misty shadow, though. I wouldn't even say it was a person, but like it could have been, like you said, the fog kind of collecting itself in a spot.
Throughout the night, unexplained sounds continue. Voices calling out, movement in the darkness, and sudden silence. Whether it was something paranormal or a predator stalking them in the wild, one thing is clear. They were not alone out there. Cursed Urban is a solo exploration channel where Dan investigates haunted forests, abandoned locations, and areas tied to disappearances. His content leans heavily on real-time reactions, which makes the tension feel raw and unpredictable. This episode begins in what he calls Skinwalker Forest, a place already known for missing persons and unexplained activity. Almost immediately, the tone shifts when he discovers shredded cotton-like material scattered on a tree and something that looks disturbingly out of place.
It's always something else. Oh, what's this? Dude, look at this. What's going on here? Yo, what is this about? See this? There's like this stuffing all shredded around here. Maybe it's not stuffing, but it looks like cotton. Like out of like, you know, a coat or a toy. Yeah, dude, it is. That's not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's.
Combined with the forest's history, it plants the idea that something may have happened there. Not long after, he spots glowing eyes in the woods at an unnatural height, too tall to feel normal.
Dude, I just saw someone's eyes glow. Yeah, I just saw something's eyes glow through the woods. And it was tall too. It was like, saw it like right about there, like that height.
Before continuing deeper into the same trail where he previously felt followed. Things escalate when he begins using a spirit communication app. Right after it mentions a knock, a loud knock echoes from the forest.
All right, better. That was a scream. That was a scream from the exact same place I just heard that knock. That was close. And that was literally right back there. Right back there, 100% lock. 100% right back there, without a doubt.
Followed shortly by a blood-curdling scream from the exact same direction. The timing is what makes it unsettling.
I don't see how it could be a coincidence of hearing a knock and then a scream in the exact same place. Right after it announces both on Spirit Talker. You know what I mean? Because it said knock, and then it said, hear my voice. And it was just about 30 seconds after it said each of those things that we heard it. Dude, we're in for something tonight. We are in for something tonight. For sure. $1950s.
Almost as if something is responding directly. As he heads back toward camp, the responses get darker. The app references death, betrayal, and multiple names, hinting at past victims. Then, while walking, he hears what sounds like metal or chains moving right behind him, even though he's carrying nothing that could explain it.
I heard like a jingle or something. Like a jingle of like a chain right behind me. And this is the exact same trail. Like, I'm telling you, this is the exact same trail that I was followed down before.
Back at the campsite, the atmosphere completely changes. He describes the feeling of being watched like prey, not just uneasy, but hunted.
But yeah, it does not feel Feels like I'm being watched. Feels like there's something else here. Which obviously there is. We were warned there's something else here. But it's like, the best way I can put it is like how I imagine prey feels being watched by a predator. That's the exact feeling that I have right now.
When he asks if something dangerous is present, he gets immediate responses, and then hears clear footsteps moving toward him on the trail.
Approach. Approach. Oh! Oh! Holy! No way! Dude, when it said approach, no way.
The most disturbing moment comes when his camera's autofocus suddenly locks onto something invisible beside him, creating a second tracking box where no person is visible.
So on my screen, you guys can't see, but I can see it. On my screen, there is this little box that as I move, like this box follows my head around, because that's like where it's locked on to focus. And just like in a creepy video that I'm sure you've seen on TikTok or something, when I was talking, a second box popped up right here, focusing on something.
At the same time, the sounds in the forest intensify, reinforcing the feeling that something is physically close. Throughout the night, he hears repeated screams from the woods near his camp, always from the same direction. Yet when morning comes, everything is silent. No evidence, no movement, nothing left behind. And whatever was out there never showed itself clearly. But it made sure he knew he wasn't alone. Rugged Road Explorers is a channel focused on remote backcountry exploration, ancient sites, and difficult-to-reach ruins hidden in canyon country. The creator's style is calm and observational, but the isolation of these places gives the discoveries a powerful, almost eerie feeling. In this video, he makes a remarkable find almost immediately.
Just came across this dwelling right here. It's pretty unusual to find a completely intact dwelling with the roof still on it. Look how thick the mud is.
A completely intact cliff dwelling or granary tucked into a rock face, with the roof and outer seal still preserved. That alone makes the discovery feel extraordinary, because structures this exposed are usually damaged or opened long ago. The tension in the video comes less from fear and more from the dangerous access. After spotting the structure from above, he has to carefully work his way down the cliff.
Well, this looks like the only way to get down. Down there, and then work my way on down. It doesn't look too bad, so we should be able to do this. We'll give it a whirl.
Using what appear to be ancient carved footholds, or moki steps, to descend safely. That climb gives the whole moment a real sense of risk and reward. Once he reaches the structure, the most striking detail becomes clear. It is still sealed shut, as if the people who stored food there simply left and never returned.
Oh, it hasn't been gotten into. Look, it's still sealed. All right, so I just climbed down that cliff face. You'll see it on the 360 film. And we've just come up to this, which I spotted while I was walking up there on the edge.
That mystery deepens when he inspects the small opening and manages to look inside, revealing what appears to be stored corn still visible inside the granary.
So the hole is only about 14 inches by 14 inches, maybe a little bit bigger than a foot. So they must have been pretty small to get in there. Okay, I've kind of got it rigged to where there's a little bit of light. I'm not going to be able to really see what you're seeing. It's finally able to get the lighting right so you can see what's in here. And it looks to be a granary. It actually looks to be good sized corn. When I see corn that big, it means it was during a time when they had lots of water.
That discovery becomes the centerpiece of the whole exploration. He realizes this was likely a food storage structure preserved in place for generations, offering a direct look into how people once survived in this harsh landscape. The rest of the video follows him, searching the surrounding cliffside for more ruins, including possible rock markings and other suspicious features. He eventually circles back and confirms just how rare the original find really was. This is not a haunted location video, but it still feels haunting in a different way. A silent, preserved reminder of people who built carefully, stored what they needed, and then vanished from the canyon, leaving one sealed structure behind. Rambling On is a solo camping channel where the creator mixes wild camp setups, cooking, and honest, often humorous commentary from remote locations. His videos usually feel cozy, but this one slowly turns into a tense overnight as bad weather closes in around camp. The video starts with him setting up on a Riverside floodplain, already noting that the location could become a problem if heavy rain comes in. At first, the mood is relaxed, and he gives a quick tour of camp, explains the stove setup.
I haven't finished setting up the tent yet, but I thought I'd just give you a little tour before we lose the light. The reason for the two candles is there was quite a few midges knocking around when I got here. So they're both citronella candles. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll keep the midges at bay. Now there is a little breeze there now. I have a water source here, which is very handy. Saved me carrying any water on the way in. It's not very easy to get into, but it's a pretty good little spot. It is on a bit of a floodplain, so I wouldn't come down here when it's raining really heavy.
Decides to do something unusual by watching Annabelle alone in the tent.
I'm gonna throw my Dutch Army cover just at the door because I'd like to sit out if I can while it's not raining. The stove tonight is one sent out to me by a subscriber. It's Austin's stove. I haven't broke it yet.
That decision quickly gives the night a creepier edge. As he watches the film, his reactions become more uneasy, especially as the doll scenes and strange noises in the movie start getting under his skin.
Let's see what we can do here. Jeez. Oh, she is creepy. Who would keep that doll? Seriously. There's no way I'd... Oh my god, I can't even look at it zooming in on the face. Oh, lads. Who would keep that? Who would give that as a gift? That's just not right.
Even though much of it is light-hearted, the tension builds because he is alone in the dark woods while feeding himself a horror movie. The real danger, though, is not paranormal. It is the weather. After finishing the movie and trying to settle in for the night, he wakes up early in the morning to non-stop rain and realizes the river sounds much stronger than before.
I think I might have pushed my luck last night. It looked very close to flooding. Really, really close. It's even flooded on the other side, just a little bit.
From there, the tone changes completely. As the rain keeps intensifying, he becomes increasingly aware that the campsite may be in real trouble. He tries to stay calm, tidies up his gear, and starts making breakfast while keeping an eye on conditions. But by the end, it becomes clear he has pushed his luck. The most important moment comes when he looks outside and sees the area actively beginning to flood around the tent. Water is already moving behind camp, confirming that the overnight has gone from cozy and quirky to genuinely risky. This one stands out because it begins like a fun solo camp with a horror movie twist, but ends with a much more real threat: nature closing in before sunrise. Black Mass Paranormal takes viewers deep into the Smoky Mountains for a tense solo investigation into dogman sightings and something far more unsettling lurking in the forest. The video opens with a chilling first-hand account of a hiker encountering a distorted, human-like figure, watching him silently before moving in an unnatural, almost animalistic way.
In the Smoky Mountains, happened to a gentleman named Brad. He lived just outside Townsend. He was in his late 20s. Then one day in November, he was just outside of the Abrams Falls area, which you all have seen me go into, and it's part of, again, we're talking about this triangle that is in the mountains. And he had, he'd been through here several times, but he talked about how the air seemed to be a lot different that day, and just the energy in general was a lot different that day.
The description is vivid and immediately sets the tone for what's to come. As the exploration begins, the creator heads into a remote area and quickly hears a single gunshot, completely out of place for the location and time.
Okay, so I was just kind of enjoying myself for a second, and I heard a loud gunshot. It is not rifle season, which is concerning, because that means somebody it was just a single shot.
He explains prior discoveries in the area, including massive canine tracks and strange cages hidden deep in the woods. Things escalate when he stops along a gravel road. What starts as a peaceful moment suddenly shifts. He gets that unmistakable feeling of being watched. Then come the footsteps, heavy, deliberate, and nearby.
Nice. This is so peaceful. And then I heard these footsteps, and I wasn't recording. I didn't have anything going, and I'm still kind of in that weird feeling. Okay, so I had this like really strange feeling that I was being watched, and I don't know what it is.
The second he tries to record, they stop entirely. He continues deeper, explaining previous experiences, including threats and a growing sense that something doesn't want him there. The tension builds through silence, isolation, and the constant suggestion that something is following just out of sight. Then just as he prepares to leave, it happens again.
Okay, so I was about to head out. I was about to head on, and I just heard the freaking footsteps again. I'm hoping you all are going to be able to hear them too because of my earbuds. So these
I'm using it as a microphone, but they're also sending the sound back into my ear, so I'm picking up my surroundings. I've got them in transparency mode.
The footsteps return louder and closer than before. He freezes, trying to capture it. But whatever is out there once again vanishes the moment attention is turned toward it. This one doesn't rely on visuals. It's the feeling of being hunted that makes it unsettling.